Hiya, I'm Paula from Chic Emporium, and today we've got this project to do. It's a gorgeous old oak, I believe it's oak, bookcase, and the commission is to do it as an ombre, which I thought would be something nice and different to show you how we're going to go about doing it. So the customer's asked for a dark blue right through to white, so I've chosen hornblower and wedding cake. We figure that we've got 5 sections, so section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Chalky. So we're going to need to mix up in advance 5 different colours. So obviously this is one colour, solid blue, solid white, and then I've got 3 pots that don't look very clean, but they have been cleaned. And we're going to mix up at varying degrees, 50-50 in the middle, 75-25, 25-75, and that should give us the blend right through for the ombre, and then we'll have a go at painting it. Right, we've prepared and cleaned the bookcase thoroughly. We have given the top and the top shelf a couple of coats of finishing coat because it does look a little bit stained and worn away here, so I'm not sure if it's going to come through or not, and because we know the top half's going to be light and white, we thought that was prudent to do ahead of time to avoid any bleeding. We are going to do the ombre not just in the shelves but as a unit as a whole, so these sides are going to be included in it. So we're going to do initially very clear blocks of colour with not dead straight lines but clear blocks of colour, and then we're going to go back in with a stippling brush, my favourite tool, to blend it in a bit more and overlap the colours so that you'll get much more of a graduating effect. So we'll come back to you when we've got all the blocks of colour in place. Alright, thanks. Right, as you can see it's looking rather fabulous already, even as it is. We've used the shelf bits as guidelines of where the stripes are going to be, but as you can see we haven't been very careful about the lines at all. They're very rough, and that's absolutely fine because now we're going on to the blending stage. So I thought we'd zoom back in now so that I can show you how we achieve that, because it's really easy and really effective. So this little bit I've just done, and literally I've got 2 stencil brushes, one with the darker colour, one with the next colour up, and I'm just alternating, dabbing my stencil brush, tiny bit of paint, and doing some blotching, just like that. And then I shall go back in with the darker brush, which I'll take a little dab from, and go over the top a little bit. Can't really go wrong with it if you can just keep going back and adding more of the other colour. So we just don't want a harsh line. I could have done a harsh line, but I think this looks better. So a bit light there, so I'm going to just put a little bit more dark in. And it's going to be about continuing in this way and then just keep taking a step back and having a look at it, because quite often you can't see it as effective as it is until you've got some distance on it. So I shall keep going and blend all the layers in, and then we'll come back and have a look at it then. Right, so we've finished. We've got the shelves in. I think you'd agree it looks amazing. Really pleased with the outcome and the effect. The blending's worked really well. There's a real graduation to it, and if I take you to the side, you can see here the action of the stippling brush that I used. I think it's worked really, really well. We ended up using quite a wide band of overlap rather than just narrow, and I think that's worked better. I had quite a lot of problem with bleeding on the top, and I've literally done layers and layers of finishing coat in little areas that kept coming through, but I think we've just about got it to a good state. Can't see the bleeding anymore, so I'm happy with that. But because of the bleeding, we've decided to wax it rather than finishing coat it, because what often happens when you put finishing coat on, which is brilliant for sealing it, but it also draws out all the old stain. So by using wax we've stopped that from happening. So we've waxed all of it with clear wax, and the last job to do is using a rag to buff it up to a lovely shine. Now the hornblower obviously is from the Lazy range and doesn't in itself need another additional wax. But because we've mixed it all with wedding cake all the way through, which does need wax, we have waxed all of it. And Chalky has yet again managed to find something else that he shouldn't have. Please like and follow my page, www.facebook.com/The Emporium Furniture, which will take you straight to Very Chic Emporium. Thank you. Until the next time.